In this video we're gonna be focusing on new release of the Death Corps of Krieg. We're gonna be looking at the World Championship preview that they announced, the Death Corps of Krieg, with their new army sets and a lot of miniatures amongst the other announcements and other miniatures that they announced. We're gonna be looking at what could the box probably cost and what could be the weapons and things inside those miniatures, or what could they be point wise, even the box, even the price, and how to use them to build your 1000-point army of Death Corps of Krieg. So that's what we're gonna be focusing in this video. So the first thing we're gonna be focusing on is the Death Corps of Krieg, the army set, which they talked about. Inside of this one, we have a special character, the Varnan Dryer, which is the Lord Marshal of Army of Krieg on a horse. I'm gonna be comparing him to Lord Solar Leontus, basically, which we already have in our game. So because of that, he's very similar to him. I think he will be worse in the shooting and worse in close combat with his sword, but the horse gonna be stronger because this horse has claws instead, like the hooves. So I think that's gonna be some additional things and some maybe special abilities from the commander. I think this commander will cost around 120 points, which is very similar to Lord Solar, and I think the price for him should be around like 51.25, which is the price of the Leontus. So the second thing inside this box are the Death Riders. We get total of 10 of them, which one squad usually is in stack of 5 of them. These guys I'm gonna be comparing to Attilan Rough Riders because they are very comparable, let's be honest. They literally look like the same. The main difference there is that the Death Corps guys have the Death Corps uniforms and the horses with the claws instead of hooves. I think they will have the same profile for the hunting lens. They will have like the frag tip for like normal units, and then the melta tip for the frag lens for killing tanks or something very heavy. So basically that's gonna be their shtick. They're gonna be fast moving guys that can come close to a tank and try to kill it with their lance. So let's be honest, it's a suicide squad, which Death Corps of Krieg is. They are basically the guys who send thousands of people into the trenches and hunt down the heretics and push them, and they literally fucking fight tanks with horses. So yeah, that's what it is. So these guys, I'm expecting they will cost 70 points by 5 in a squad, and I think they will cost 150 points by 10 of a squad. They will do it, I think, to discourage people from using the 10 stack. So that's why the 10-point increase in the difference. So, you know, because these are gonna be probably a good miniatures, because they're gonna be fast, they're gonna be anti-tanky, anti-infantry, and they don't want you probably use them a lot. So that's why I think there will be 150 points. And because I'm comparing them to Attilan Rough Riders, they're gonna probably cost around like 51.25 for 5 of them. So yeah. Another unit we have inside this box is the Combat Engineers with the remote mine. I'm gonna be comparing these guys to KD and Command Squad because I think it's the closest thing with the equipment and gear inside. But let's be honest, they look like they have the frag grenades, they have the plasma guns, they have the melta guns, so they have like these heavy special duty weapons. But I think they will have like something special against anti-tanks, especially, or not including the mine. I think they will have like C4 or something to even use if they get even closer to a tank. Maybe the remote mine will be just what I'm expecting. The remote mine will be the one-shot thing. I think it will just be one-shot thing that you can go like strength 20 or something crazy, and if it gets to a tank it will just demolish it. But you know, you have to like get those dices up. I think these guys will cost 60 points, and I think they will be very pricey because they're gonna be very good because of all those special weapons, and they're gonna cost like 55 euros. So that's what I'm thinking for these guys. And the last unit inside this box is the artillery team, which I will be comparing to Field Ordnance Battery, which is basically Astra Militarum heavy weapons on wheels, which you have 2 of them in the unit. With this one, it looks like you're gonna have just 1 in a unit usually. That's why I think, because it's 1 model, I think it will be way heavier, way stronger. I think it will be 110 points in total, and it will cost the same with the Field Ordnance Battery team, 44 euros. So basically 1 model. So this 1 model, what it looks like, has 4 different profiles. So this artillery team can either be built as the heavy mortar, which basically looks like something that's gonna have an indirect fire, probably like 6 shot stops, strength 9, decent like 3 damage or something like that. So that's the first profile. Then we have the heavy quad launcher, which looks like an anti-fly gun, like basically something that is against flyers. So the shtick is gonna have like special anti-fly or something. It literally looks like a anti-flying thing, so let's be honest. Then you have the multiple rocket launcher, which basically looks like something that is gonna be perfect against infantry, probably a lot of attacks, so it's gonna be probably like 12 to 20, or 20 is maybe too much, 12 to 18 attacks, strength, I don't know, it's gonna be something like strength 6 at best. Even with 6, I would be surprised. It will probably be 5 and damage 1, so literally anti-infantry. So something with a lot of models, so units with a lot of models like box walkers or some cultists or something like that you can literally trash out with. And then the 4th and the last profile of this weapon is the fearsome siege cannon, which I think is gonna be literally the siege cannon, the big cannon that can kill tanks. So it's gonna have like very strong strength, so I think it will be like strength 14. I mean, it could be even 20, but I think it's gonna be like 14. The damage is gonna be d6 probably, and the shots is gonna be only like 3 or 2 maybe. So these are the 4 profiles in this artillery team for Death Corps of Krieg. And what do I think? The box total, if you count everything that I set it up, if you can literally see it on the screen here, count it up, it will be 430 points. So it will be 430 points in total in this box. That's what I'm guessing or expecting to be, and it will be probably priced 180 euros, the same like the Blood Angels that came out, or I don't know, I think even Crudes were priced at 175. So like the Blood Angels is the closest box that was released, and the Christmas battle boxes, which I think are 180 at the moment. So yeah, and inside this box, if I count everything that I priced accordingly, was 300 euros and 25 cents. So if the box is gonna cost 180 euros, that will be savings of 120 euros. So if my guesses or expectations are right, this is what we can expect from the box. You will get 430 points of it, and that's what we can expect. So let's look into some more miniatures that we can expect and the pricing and the point wise, and then we're gonna look at the army buildups, so we could build some 1,000-point armies and how to build them with this box including it. So like I said, they have announced 2 more units in this announcement or release. The first one is the Krieg Command Squad with the Lord Commissar inside of it. My guess with this one, I'm gonna it's the Kading Command Squad. Let's be honest, it is Kading Command Squad, but in Death Corps of Krieg, guys. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be just that. But inside of that, you're gonna have the Lord Commissar as a plus. So instead of having just 5 miniatures, you're gonna have 6 of them. And because of that, I think it will cost either 90 or 100 points. And the price is gonna be, it's gonna be very pricey. I think it's gonna be like 60 to 50, because you can use the Lord Commissar even alone as himself. And because of that, I think it will be very pricey set, like just this unit. So 60 to 50 and probably the 100 points. And the second one that has been announced is the Heavy Support Squad, which basically looks like a heavy weapon squad from Astra Militarum. I think it's gonna be like literally the same. It's gonna be the 50 points, again, like heavy weapon squad. I think it will cost the same, the 41 euros. And the only difference, according to pictures, as you can see, is that instead of a flamer, instead of a missile launcher, you have a flamer. So no missile launcher, just flamer. So it makes sense with Death Corps of Krieg, you know, those guys like to burn shit up. So it makes sense, yeah. So this is my expectations. What all the miniatures, all the units that we will get in the box will cost point wise and money wise. So let's go into the building an army. So in this one we're gonna be doing 2 army lists. Let's get into the first one. In the first one we're gonna definitely buy the box. Let's be honest, we started with the box, build the box, get all the guys, the commander, the engineers, the horses, and basically the anti-tank or whatever you build it as. And then with that, you should buy 2 units of Death Corps of Krieg. So basically the OG Death Corps that we had before, which will be a very pricey thing. Basically 2 of them, it's gonna be for one of them 65 points. So 2 of them is 130 points. And price for one of them is 46 euros. So it's gonna be a bit pricey. This is not gonna be a cheap army to build, let's be honest. Then for our heavy thing, I went with the Rogel battle tank, which you get one of it, which is 240 points, and it will cost you around 82 euros and 50 cents. And then we go with the armored sentinel. 2 of them. One of them is 65 points, so 2 of them in total is 130 points, and they each cost 35 euros. And the last thing in this army list is the Chimera, which is 70 points and costs 49 euros. So why did we put all of these guys, all of these things in the army? In total, it will be 1,000 points spot on. And the total price, if you buy it without like Facebook Marketplace and everything, the box is costing 100 euros. We're using the pricing from Warhammer store. This army would cost you 473 euros and 50 cents. 500 euros. So yeah, this is the expensive list, but I would call it the sexy looking list. This is the one I'm going to be very close to with my army. Why did I chose the units that I chose? Chimera, we want that boy there for transportation of either the Death Corps of Krieg or our engineers. So basically you can put them somewhere and get those points down. Armored Sentinels, they are perfect scouts for us. They can scout up, they can take a hit when they are the armored one and give a punch a little bit. And Rogel, let's be honest, you need that heavy support tank. So, and if even the heavy support tank will fail you, you still have the artillery team to maybe cover against another enemy tank. So this way you have 2 heavy things, you have a lot of infantry, you have a lot of fast things because you have 2 of those horses from the box or 2 sets of those horses. You have commanders, you have everything. So 1,000 points spot on, but it is almost 500 euros. So this is the first army list. And why did I build it? I already told you what to use, how to use it. The Chimera for transportation, Sentinels for scouting, and the other guys, the horses, for maybe killing tanks, going into the field and scouting too. So you can, use them very diverse. Pretty fast looking army if you use the Chimera, and it won't die really quickly. It could help you transport all your Krieg's guys into the points where you can hold and dig trenches up. With the second list, we're gonna be focusing on saving amount of money. So the cheapest way to achieve 1,000 points or have a 1,000 point army. So how to do it? With all honesty, buy 2 of those army sets. So you will buy 2 of those army sets, and you will end up with 2 problems. First, You will have too many Death Riders, and you can only have 3 of the same units. So that will mean you will have to use one of those Death Riders as a 2 stack, which will cost you more points. So instead of 140, it will be around 150. And you will have to sell the named character, the Varn Dryer, or get it out of the box. With that said, you will have to buy something else because you are still short 250 points at this moment. So with that, I would go with Rogel Dorn Battle Tank. For those 240 points, it costs 82 euros and 50 cents. So in total, we will end up with price for 990 points only. It will be 442 euros and 50 cents. But because you can sell the Varn Dryer, Varn Dryer, it will maybe, let's say you sell him for 40 euros. That's minus 40 euros. And then you have 2 codexes at that moment because you bought 2 army sets. So let's say you sell the codex for 30 euros. That would leave you with 372 euros and 50 cents. So in total, if this would be your strategy, you would have 1000 point army. Exactly 9,900 point army for 300 euros 72 and 50 cents, sorry. So 372 euros and 50 cents. This is what you can do if you get rid of the Lord Marshal that you will have double of, and buy Rogel Dorn Battle Tank and stack one of those Death Riders. So that's my second suggestion. And yeah, that's it for our second list. Let me know what you think about this. I hope I did guess well what Games Workshop is preparing for us. Let's be honest, it is a guessing game, but with the miniatures and units we already have in the game, which are very similar to those we are getting, we can guess, accordingly to those points, to those costs, what we should expect and what we should get. So with that in mind, I'm gonna be even myself preparing for buying this box and building my Death Court of Krieg army, which I already kind of have, but I'm gonna be upgrading it with these new miniatures. So let me know if I did a good job, if you agree with me. If you don't, literally go down in comments, we can talk about it, what you think the prices will be, what the points will be, what the special abilities will be. I would like to see your guesses, and let's be honest, we're gonna find out in 2 weeks or in a month. I don't think they officially give us a date when they will arrive, but let's be honest, once the box will be officially out, we will get the official data sheets and all the info, so we will find out what we get. So this is just like for the preparations, for those people who can't wait, who are like, oh, I need to get it, I need to be prepared, I need to buy the stuff, I need to build the army. This is the video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to do as much research and learned from my mistakes from the past videos. I hope you enjoyed it, and like I said, go down in comments, drop likes or dislikes, it's up to you guys. I want to see a community working in these videos and talk with other people here, so we could talk to each other and find the best ways to make armies and to have the best community. So yeah, that's my plan with these videos, and I hope you agree with me. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you get the best Christmas, and I hope you get the miniatures and the units you want, and get all the paintings done. no piles of shame for you guys. that's I hope you get, guys. And yeah, good luck, have fun, and win your next game. Bye bye.